So, it's that time of year again, and WWE 2K18 is really fucking boring, and it's on its way out, and we're all excited for WWE 2K19. And that's all well and good. It happens every year, and I'm fine with that. However, I think there is some change that is due. It's been a long time, but I think this is the perfect time to bring back WWE All Stars 2. Now, I went over this in my Switch review of WWE 2K18, where I just ran through all like the problems that it created by being such a terrible port. And it's a really interesting video. If you didn't check it out, make sure you do that. It did really well, I think. So I want to do more discussion type videos. And something I noticed a lot of people talking about in the comments is at the end of the video when I mentioned that All Stars 2 should happen. And a lot of people are going to say this, especially on the WWE YouTuber side. You'll see a lot of people tell you that All Stars 2 should happen, and they absolutely love the first All Stars. I actually didn't even play All Stars that much, but just we get to this point in the year around February, January, and the 2K, the current game, just becomes so boring that no one really plays it anymore other than like the hardcore guys like us, you know, the YouTubers and the creators and, you know, a few other casual people or maybe people just picking up the game. But there's no more interest really in WWE 2K18. It becomes a lot harder to especially make content because it's not as like clickable anymore. And I don't think that content creation is the only reason why we need a new game. I think even just like I said, for the casual audience, this is where All Stars 2 comes in. We need more diversity in wrestling games, and I don't think it's going to happen from another company. I think that New Japan was our best hope when they had a game announcement on the way leading up to Wrestle Kingdom, I believe, but then it ended up just being an expansion for Fire Pro, and Fire Pro is coming to the consoles, and that's really boring to me. Like I said, I do like Fire Pro a little bit. I respect it, but it's not my kind of gameplay, and I don't think the creation suite is really all that special either. So it's basically just like, you know, 2D matches, in my opinion. A lot of people like it, and I'm not gonna hate on Fire Pro, but that was not the answer that anyone was looking for, in my opinion. So this is where I think WWE has to step up, and they gotta make more games because they have so much potential, and pretty much with their talent is the same thing. They have so much potential, and they gotta do more with them. They can't just squander it with yearly 2K, buy all these sports game garbage add-ons, you know, loot boxes and my player, my career, road to glory. I don't even know why people play these games for online. I think it's ridiculous. But like I said, that's not, you know, that's my opinion and that's my style, which is why I think there's no problem with 2K and what they're doing necessarily, unless the loot boxes come too annoying. But I do think we need more diversity. We need more alternatives because as someone who has such a passion for these WWE games, and I'm disappointed with the current direction, and I think a lot of people are in the same position, which is basically what I was trying to get at in that Switch video. Now, if you look on WWE's mobile games, it's absolutely ridiculous. They make a new mobile game like every fucking week. And I don't mind that so much because it gets more exposure, and the mobile games are pretty good actually for most of them. I think the one I like the most is Immortals. I've played it so much. I still do play it from time to time, and they still do update it after a couple of years. And a lot of people like Supercard, and we also have Champions, and there's another one that I'm forgetting that is more recent where it's kind of just like a tap and swipe fighter game, but it's a little bit more realistic looking wrestlers. It's different from Immortals, but just a little bit. It's a lot more mobile game, like you have like little shards and stuff you got to collect, and that's why I don't think it's as good as Immortals. But either way, when you look at that game, that newer one that I can't seem to remember the name, but I'll have it up on the screen, and you look at All Stars, they're very similar in terms of their presentation. So why not take this effort that you're putting into these mobile games and try to give us a brand new WWE experience for a console game? Because we pretty much just got SmackDown vs. Raw every year, and then suddenly you get All Stars, and it's like this gigantic change of pace from every other wrestling game. So especially with how big fighting games have become with Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat X, like revolutionizing basically, I think you could do so much with a All Stars 2, and even if you tweaked the difficulty of it a little bit, made it a bit more like a fighting game, that would be absolutely insane. Or maybe even take Immortals and make it into a full-fledged like story mode console fighting game with towers and all that kind of stuff. Maybe even partner with NetherRealm again to make that Immortals game, because I think they own the rights to it. I think that's absolutely huge if something like that could get done. I don't know how realistic it is, but Like I said, we just need more diversity in wrestling games. I think where we're at with just our yearly 2K, I don't think it's good enough because you have such a saturation of mobile games, and it shows how much you can do with wrestling. And I don't like how the direction of 2K is going. I hate this focus on my player, my career, and online, road to glory. It's not my thing. I never understood why people even play online in WWE games. And now they're just trying to make it like a my career, my player thing. And the issue with that is that I don't think they'll ever have enough budget to even make it as good as NBA's My Career mode. You know, NBA has full voice acting. It's like a movie. And a game came out in the same year with WWE, and you just walk around and you read text, and you have generic animations, and it's not that fun. And I think My Career and Road to Glory being your focuses and your central game modes, and when those aren't that good, is just awful. And now we're moving forward, and we have fucking loot boxes coming in. They came in 2K18 in My Career, where you had to buy them to get, you know, attires and moves and stuff like that, which is ridiculous. You couldn't even create like a full superstar yet when you first made your My Player. And now they're going to start costing money. They filed the legal things for it, where now they can do, you know, virtual credits, and, you know, you can actually buy like the coin packs and stuff like that. Might as well start selling, you know, My Team cards and things like that, which is total sports game garbage to me. I've never played WWE because I want it to be a sports game. And I understand that makes a lot of money, and I understand that a lot of people do like that, and a lot of people like My Career. But with that, if that's the direction they want to have 2K go in, then we better get some nice alternatives, because that shouldn't be the only thing. We shouldn't be forced to have this, you know, this is our only WWE game, because there's a lot of people that like the arcade style and that like different things, and I think you got to accommodate that. And I think WWE has such a potential. It could be formatted into any game, even like the shitty ones. Like, you know, when you look back, they had like Crush Hour and stupid games like that, but like at least they tried something. And I think it shows the potential of wrestling games, because when you get 2K18 and you boot it up, and other than My Career, which is very slow and not that engaging, there isn't much to do for a casual fan. Of course, for a YouTuber or someone who's played WWE games every year, you know what to do, and you can have fun with it. But I don't see that in every single customer that they could get, especially something like wrestling that reaches so many different people and so many different audiences. They gotta have some more diversity in wrestling games. It's very important. And I wanted to stress that in this video, just because I thought it was very interesting that a lot of you were commenting that in the last one where I talked about the Switch review. So I want to know your opinion on this. I want to know if you think this is realistic or not. If we could even think about getting a sort of arcadey style game, maybe from 2K or maybe not from 2K. Maybe they could sell off some video game rights to somebody else. I'm not sure how that works. But either way, I think we need an All Stars 2. We need something to get that mid-year slump out, you know, in this February, March, pretty much up until SummerSlam, where we have, you know, 2K18 is pretty much well on its way. We're waiting on 2K19, but like I said, I'm not too happy with the direction of 2K19 so far. So like I said, let me know. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I do like making these kind of discussion videos, so if you want to see them, make sure to let me know. And with that, I will see you in the next WWE 2K video.